Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Let me go and set up this room real quick, and then we can get started with our session for today. Today is Wednesday, February 16th. It is 6:21 right now. Market is going to open in about 9 minutes. So let me just get everything all set up, and then we can get started with our analysis of the market today. All right, looks good. Solid. All right, let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, there you go. All right, guys, morning. Everybody's making their way into the room right now, so I'll give it a few minutes. It's 6:22 right now. Market is going to open in about 8 minutes. So we'll get started with our analysis of the retail sentiment, go over fundamentals, and look at the technicals to see if there's anything for us to keep an eye out for. Looks like there's a lot of liquidity on the top side, so we might get another push to the top on open, but we'll see what happens in the next couple minutes or so. Hey, Kenny, morning. Morning, Maria. Morning, Miles. Morning, Essa. Morning, Anton. Morning, everybody. All right, so let's get started with retail sentiment. So looking over here at the IG sentiment, it's currently 55% long. So this is indicating that 55% of traders are on the long side. This doesn't give us a really strong bias because this can easily go from 55% long to 55% short within a short period. So we're not really going to use this too much today unless this picks up to maybe 60, 65, 70%. But we will keep looking back at it throughout the session to see if it changes. Morning, Steven. Morning, Brock. Morning, Matt. Morning, Swelly. Morning, Stern. Morning, everybody. Morning, Brenda. All right, so with that said, retail sentiment here is not going to be very strong. We'll see what happens when the market actually opens. It might move a bit, but for right now, not too much of a use for us currently. Looking over at the future data, market is currently 155 points in the red. We'll see what happens when the market actually opens because this can easily change as well. Market is opening in about 7 minutes. So when that happens, we'll take a look. Looking over at CNBC main page. So pre-market right now, all of the indices are currently down. So the Dow is down 158 points. S&P is down 24 points. Nasdaq's down 105 points. Oil's currently up. 10-year bond is currently down. So, I mean, all across the board, everything is sort of is bearish right now currently, but we'll see what happens when the market actually does open. With the stuff going on in Ukraine, it says right here, NATO says Russia is increasing troop numbers at Ukrainian border, calls for talks. So over the weekend, they said that stuff was, kind of settling down, but seems like the opposite is happening now. This is kind of what's causing, I think this is what's causing a lot of the random drops in price for US30. There's not really anything else going on. There's no new COVID news. The inflation is obviously not going to be great, but it's not enough to really drop price pretty randomly like this because it just randomly drops. It'll be pushing up solidly yesterday and then all of a sudden it just dumps. This is all pretty much London session, right? It was pretty bullish and then all of a sudden it starts dropping as soon as more of this news comes out. So mixed signals, but we'll entertain it and we'll see what we can get out of this. Hopefully some good volatility to push us into some more profit today. Other than that, let me see who else is here. Morning, Vincent. Morning, Patrick. Morning, Ken. Morning, Whitney. Morning, everybody. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to look at the technicals here. So with the fundamentals currently bearish, technicals right now are technically bearish, not very strong, but they are bearish. Reason for that's because price, well, technically it was below pivots right here. Aside from this current candle, trend meter is also red. So it was bearish. Now it's a bit indecisive because now it's pushing above the pivots. It's not above it yet, but it is pushing above it. Looking here on the 3-minute chart, it's still bearish. As you guys can see, price is below the pivots and the trend meter is red. Here in the 5-minute, same situation. Price is below the pivots and the trend meter is red. So on these shorter time frames, it's indicating a bearish bias, but on the 1-minute, it still hasn't confirmed because price is pretty much just bouncing back and forth within this area. So until we get a confirmation as to where price is going, then we'll know exactly where it will continue to push. As you can see right here, it just hit liquidity. I'll draw these liquidity areas right here. And as you guys can see, there's a lot of liquidity on the top side. So that might be an indication that price may be swinging up temporarily on open. But who knows, right? We're going to be a bit careful like we've been the past couple of days. If we see the opportunity to catch a big move like we've been doing the past couple of days as well, then we'll take it. But currently right now, there's no clear direction as to where price is going to go, whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. There's liquidity on the bottom. There's also liquidity on the top. Also, one thing to keep in mind is that there's a lot of sessions right here. So we have the New York low down here, and we have the Asia low right here as well, which can get in the way of this price movement. Other than that, I don't think there was any news this morning. Let me refresh this real quick. Wednesday, February 16th. There was news at 6:15, which was industrial production. There's actually a lot of news this morning. There was news here. Core retail sales, all positive, but price actually came down. So I'm going to mark up 5:30 and 6:50 charts here. So you got since those news events. So 5:30, which was right over here. So it looks like price already had a reaction. At 5:30 this morning, price was bullish when the good news came out, and it came right back down. 6:15 over here. Also news right there. So this pink line and this pink line right here are both the news events that came out. Let me go over here to the clean chart. I just want to mark up all of the zones here before the market actually opens. So let me get this real quick. All right, we got about less than a minute for market to open. I just want to draw this stuff up right here so that we are ready for when market opens. I'm going to mark up opening price 6:30. And then we're going to mark up 7 and 8 to identify these times of price. Okay, so clean chart right there is all marked up. You guys can see market is starting to make its way slightly up. We'll see what happens here. Market is going to open up shortly. So morning Fahad, morning Dave, morning Lisa, morning Steven, morning Rashida, morning Whitney, morning Patrick, morning Ken, morning everybody. All right, market is going to open in about 20 seconds, guys. So let's see what happens. Yeah, just like Steven said, there might be a fake out on open. So I'm going to be a bit patient, wait for some confirmation here, and then we will take it from there. So market is now going to open in about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The market is now open. So here's the opening candle right here. I'm going to mark up this as the opening price so that you guys can keep an eye on it. We are expecting price to be a bit jumpy this morning. So let's take a look at the fundamentals real quick. Fundamentals are currently 109 points in the red. So it is bearish this morning. Retail sentiment is 56% long. So overall, this might be a fake out to the upside, then it might come right back down. So it's something to keep an eye out for. So huge push to the upside. Not going to hop into that because everything's pointing towards a sell. So the fundamentals and the Technicals were technically a sell on open. This might be a fake out and might come right back down. It's the opening price right there. Let's go back to the markup chart right over here. So as you guys can see, price has rejected off these sessions right here. We'll see if price breaks above or if it comes back down. So it pushed up right to the sessions. That's one reason why I wouldn't have taken this V3, even if we saw it, because there's a V3 right here. Or technically, no, it's not a V3. There's no pending buy signal. So there's no entry off this candle here. Also no breakout either, Steven. So there's no breakout for here. In order for you to take a breakout, you need a strong green candle. There's a big wick right here. So there's no entry for you off the breakout. You're technically looking for a strong green candle because momentum here is for a buy. However, if price swings back down, which it looks like it's doing, you can see it's rejecting directly off the Asia low right here. Then you'd be shifting your bias to a sell. Currently right now, your bias is still a buy, but until there's like some more confirmation that you get a strong green candle, there's no entry for you at the moment. Yeah, Charles said a possible V3 sell right here. I wouldn't hop in just yet. I'd wait for price to get below the pivots over here because you can see the trend is now indecisive. It's blue. Price is above the pivot, so it can be shifting to a buy. Currently, the fundamentals right now, or let's see, retail sentiment is 56% long. Fundamentals are 90 points in the red. It's not very strong right now. You want it to be consistently below 100 points. If it shifts to the green side, then bias can shift from a sell to a buy. But currently right now, there isn't no strong bias because obviously it's not that strong on either direction. So as you guys can see, price is rejecting off the Asia low right here, area that I drew up. And that was one area that I mentioned to be careful for. A couple places, the Asia low, the New York low right here. Price can come right back down. And if it does, it can do the same thing it's doing right now down here, right? Looks like it's finally breaking past it. This might be a fake out, so you guys want to be a bit careful. It's hitting liquidity, but it also broke out above it. Technically, this is your breakout entry right here, Steven. So this is the strong green candle that I was warning you about. This is kind of what you were looking for, but there's still a couple of red flags here. One red flag is going to be this pink line that I drew earlier, right? This is where news happened at 5:30. So back over here at 5:30, this is where the news was released for the core retail sales this morning. So core retail sales and retail sales, that's where it happened. You can see prices rejecting right off that line. So even if I was to take this right here, there's too many red flags for me to hop into it. If none of this stuff was here and there weren't these, basically these obstacles for it to pass, I would have taken this breakout. But yeah, definitely not looking to take this here. Akshay is asking 3-minute breakout. We don't apply the breakout on the 3-minute, so I'm not sure if there's one on there, Akshay. We've never applied it on the 3-minute before. I can take a look, but yeah, so that would be a breakout too. I mean, if you're applying the same rules for the 1 minute here on the 3-minute, that would also be a breakout on the 3-minute. But I personally, I mean, we haven't applied it yet, so I wouldn't really know if it's accurate or not. But yeah, no, you're right about that. If you're applying the same principles off the 3-minute or off the 1 minute to the 3-minute. So this is technically the breakout, guys. If you guys are in this move, make sure to move your stop loss and profit. I'm not in it because I did mention how risky it was, right? There's just a lot of red flags here. This pink line is the news. You can see prices rejecting directly off it. It hasn't closed above it yet, maybe off this candle, but this candle rejected directly off it. And this one is attempting to close above it, but it hasn't yet. So if you guys are in this breakout, I do recommend to move your stop loss slightly in profit to guarantee some profit as long in case it comes back down, which, you know, here it is coming back down here. It rejected directly off that pink line I drew earlier. And here you go, as it comes back down. So I'm not in this position. If you guys are in the position, hopefully you guys pulled out in profit already. It's just too risky. It's around the sessions right here. I never take trades around the sessions. And it was also around news price right here from the high impact news this morning. So I kind of gave you guys all the red flags there. I identified, you know, why it's too risky to take and why I'm not in it. Yeah, Talanji said wacky Wednesdays. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a confirmation. So looking over here at the retail sentiment again, refreshing this, it's back at 55% long. Looking back at the fundamentals over here, it's currently 87 points in the red. Refreshing the actual stock index right here. The stock index is currently It's mostly red, but it's still like right down the middle, right? There's a lot of red stocks here, but it's still kind of down the middle. There's half red, half green, but the red ones are obviously stronger. So going back to the chart over here, you guys can see that price is super indecisive, right? Price is now pushing back up, but you can see the areas where it's rejecting off of. It's rejecting off of the key points that I've drawn up earlier before this even happened. And it's better. I think it's better to be out of the market until price like pushes outside of this area or below here to take trades, because you don't want to be holding on to a trade and just be not sure as to where price is going to be going. So the breakout here is back in profits. I'm not sure who's in it or who's already pulled out in profit. Steven hasn't said anything this whole time, so I'm not sure if you're in the position, Steven, if you pulled out. I know this is the trade that you've been looking for pretty much all morning. So, okay, you're out. Did you pull out in profit? Hopefully you pulled out in profit. You can see here, Steven, it's very risky to be holding on to it. I would probably wait for, just like, as I mentioned, or wait for it to pull away from this area here. I don't want it to be anywhere near this purple line or this pink line. Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting for a V3, just like you, Steven. So I'll be waiting for the V3 here. There's really no bias at the moment. So the 1 minute here is currently attempting to switch to a bullish bias. The 3 minute here as well, but you can see price is right in between the pivots. It hasn't pushed above yet. Until price pushes above further, pulls back and pushes back up, then we'll have that bullish confirmation. We don't have that right now. Same with the 5 minute over here. Price is right in between the pivots. So it's right in between the pivots. We need price to push above, pull back slightly, and continue on higher. That's going to confirm the bullish bias. The 1 minute here, it's not just the same thing. It's like right down the middle. Other than that, there just isn't any other confirmation. Looking over here at the fundamentals, it's currently 78 points in the red. Retail sentiment is currently 55% long, so there's not really much of a bias there. We want something to be very obvious, so let me just take this off, or I could say leave it on for a little bit if you guys are following it. I'll leave it on for a bit. I just want to clean it up when you get a chance. So when price ends up hitting CP or pulls back, then I will delete this box so that we can clean it up a bit. I'm going to take this line off right here because that liquidity was already hit. Some liquidity right there. And same with this point down here. Let's go over to the clean chart. So if you guys look at the clean chart over here, you can see that it's very messy. So right here, price, this is where market opened at 630. Price hasn't pushed up or price hasn't pushed down. It's just going sideways right now. So there's no clear direction. Let me go and set up the highlighter. So we got a couple. Right there, right there, right there. Turn this off. As you guys can see, price is just ranging within this area. There's a lot of liquidity on the bottom. So we have liquidity down here. We have some liquidity above as well, but mostly on the bottom. So see what happens here. Not much is happening. Price is just bouncing around the Asia low right here. Steven is asking, will the V3 be a buy? So Steven, I don't know if you listened to like my whole analysis right there. There's no bias right now. So we don't know if it's going to be buy or a sell. Steven, we're waiting for price to either push above or price push below. So let's see what happens here. So there still is no confirmation right here, Steven. Try to pay attention to my analysis. I know this might be really confusing to you, but you've been on these sessions for a while. So I just want to make sure that you're actually paying attention and understanding, because I haven't said whether it's going to be buy or sell. We're waiting for the confirmation because we're waiting for price to get away from this area here. We don't want to trade around the sessions because price can just bounce around. You can see right here, all of these wicks right here, bouncing off this pink line is hinting that price is super indecisive. Price is failing to break above here. If you guys weren't to think where price was when news happened, which is 530, you guys wouldn't have known to draw this line here. So we have this pink line here from news. We have this purple line over here from the previous Asia low yesterday. And then price is just bouncing around this area with no real recourse. It's just, if I draw these, if I stretch this out further, you can see all the wicks are bouncing off these two areas right here. So until price pushes above, we'll be looking for buys. If price pushes below, we'll be looking for some sells. Hey, Jason, morning. See anything here? Yeah, there really isn't much for us to do at the moment. Price is kind of just going within this area here. Going back over to the clean chart, you guys can see it a lot better here. There isn't much going on with price. Price is literally just going back and forth within this small little area right here, but it's getting tighter. As you can see, the range is getting tighter. So this can only mean one thing, that price is preparing for a breakout. So price will probably keep pushing sideways, but once it pushes above and hits liquidity right here, then it'll probably push higher. Vice versa, if price breaks below here, then maybe it may push lower to this area right here as well. So we'll see what happens here, but there's a lot of liquidity here on the top side to possibly look out for. If price does make it that high. And there we go. As price finally makes its way past this this pink line right here, let's see if it closes. Then we might be looking for possible buys here. You can see that price is still wicking below it, but we got about 20 seconds left on this candle. So if you zoom in a little closer, you guys can see price has failed to break above. It's broken above it, but it hasn't closed above it. That's the main thing that you guys are looking for. You're waiting for the close. All right, let's see. Still a wick right there, no body above it. And let's see, nope, doesn't look like it's gonna close above. So another failed attempt to break and close above this pink line that I drew earlier, which is the news that happened at 5:30. So I guess I'll give it another try. Clean this up a little bit. And there you go. Still nothing for us to take away from this, but it does look like price is attempting to make its bullish breakout. You just got to be patient, because if you guys are entering a trade right now, you might get caught in some of these whipsaws back and forth, depending on how big this range is. If your stop loss is too tight, you might get kicked out of these trades. So it's been ranging about 500 pips, not a whole bunch, but still, it's still a decent amount depending on how big your stop loss is. So again, here, the current candle still trying to break its way above the pink line there. Yeah, Maddie said, damn, that line is crucial. Looks nasty between sessions and news price. Yeah, no, exactly. Okay, so this following candle here again failed to close above it. Here we go with another candle right now. It was close, but it didn't close above it. See what happens off this next candle over here. We got about 40 seconds left on this one. Here's a clean chart again. As you guys can see, not really much going on here. Price is still bouncing between these two ranges right here. All right, looking over at retail sentiment, it's currently 53% long. So you guys can see a lot of people are actually shifting from buys to sells. Looking over at the fundamentals, it's currently still only 77 points in the red. We want this to be less than 100 points. It's going to be key for us right there. Now you can see price came back down and rejected right off the Asia low. So price is pretty much just bouncing between the sessions and the news price right here. This pink line right here, price bounces off it, comes back down, bounces off this purple line as well. So really no movement at this moment. This is why you guys want to be careful and just wait and be patient, because if you guys enter a trade for a buy, this can easily come back down and wipe you out. Or if you enter a sell, it can shoot right back up and wipe you out as well. So I'm waiting for it to break outside one of these price points, this pink line and this purple line. Exactly. ID said just got to be patient for a breakout. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm looking for a breakout, possible pullback, and then I'm going to keep trading that direction. Because when the breakout does happen, that's probably going to be the direction for the day. Here on the clean chart, you guys can see there's no direction set yet. This line is when market open. Price has literally been going sideways since then. Generally, when market opens, price wants to go one way or the other, right? And then it keeps pushing in that direction until the next hour. So as you can see, price is trying to make its way up. See if it finally closes above this pink line. Previous candle again right here, failed to close below it, or close above it actually. And this one right here is making another attempt. It's hitting that liquidity right there. So this might be the push to the upside that we've been waiting for. So there we go. As price pushes up. As price pushes up, we want it to pull back a little bit. So we'll need a retracement signal. Once we get that retracement signal, we can catch it on its way back up. And this is kind of what we were anticipating because prior to going live, I did mark up all these liquidity up here, and we were kind of anticipating it to push to the upside. So you guys can see a lot of liquidity up here that hasn't been touched. So this is kind of going with what we were anticipating anyways. This liquidity didn't build up until after market open. When this market did open, did build up, but we'll see what happens here. So here's a breakout. It's still currently running. Looks like it's going to hit TP. There you go, full TP off the breakout. So if you guys held on to it, you know, cheers to you guys. I couldn't hold on to that. It would have been so stressed out holding on to the breakout, but you guys can see here that the breakout still works, you know, perfectly fine if you want to trust it. This probably would have been okay if you took it with a smaller lot size, but I'm not going to take that risk. So let me close this out. Price finally broke above the pink line right here, and now it's pushing up higher. So as price continues to push up higher, what I'm looking for at this point is I'm looking for a retracement signal. I need a retracement to the downside, maybe even a retest of the pink line, and then come back up right here. So now that we're sort of having a bias here, the bias hasn't been established yet, but it is kind of building up to it. You can see from the 3-minute, price is attempting to make its way up. Trend meter here was green, now it's blue. So it hasn't confirmed yet that it's shifted its bias. Again, right there, you can see it's now green. So the bias is changing here on the 3-minute. Bias has already changed here on the 1 minute. 5 minutes, the last candle here to change bias. This would need to close above a bit higher, retrace down, and then come back up for it to confirm. Looking over here at the fundamentals, refreshing this now, this number has decreased heavily. It was like 90 points in the red, now it's 49. So as this shifts to the green side, we can start shifting our bias as well, because bias can change. It doesn't have to stay red. It can turn red at any, or turn green at any moment. Looking at the stock index over here, you can see a lot of the red stocks are starting to weaken. There's not as many red stocks now. There's less. There's actually more green stocks. They're just not as strong. But as these start to turn green, numbers will change. Looking over at retail sentiment, it's still at 53% long. So this isn't going to be much of a use to us. But as you can see right here, it's coming back down. It literally came right back down. And this is why you guys want to wait for that retracement, because if you guys chase this buy, you're going to get burnt, right? Because you're going to get faked out just like it did right here. So hopefully nobody was trying to chase this here for a buy, because this is exactly what we were waiting for a retracement back down. And look where price rejected from. The purple line, it's right back to where it was before. So this fake out right here was to lure in some buyers. Now it came right back down, and it's in the same area it was before this breakout right here. So we're back to square one, guys, waiting for some sort of confirmation for it to break away. It just hasn't broken away yet. See if this reversal comes up right here. But even if this reversal here happens, guys, you guys want to be careful, because it could be doing the same thing. It can just fake out, come down, then come back up. All right, so let's see what happens here. I was hoping today was going to be like Monday and Tuesday, where it's pretty smooth. Not really smooth at all today. All right, so here goes, price comes down. So there you go with the full on reversal. This is why you guys don't want to chase trades. You want to wait for it to confirm. So this bullish push here, you want it to come down, retrace, and then come back up. Same for the sell over here. Yes, this sell here would actually be a triple confluence if it does close with the sell signal. It's gonna be a bit risky. Oh yeah, double confluence. So trend meter here is not red, so it wouldn't be a triple confluence, it'd be a double confluence. There's another V3 here off the 3-minute as well. This is just too big of a candle, though. I'm not taking this candle here, guys. This candle is way too big. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to take this. I don't know if there's like some, and it's hitting liquidity right here too. It just hit liquidity right here. Also hit liquidity around here. I don't know what caused that drop. Is there something going on in Ukraine? Let me see if there's any updates here. Because it came right back down. Huge fake out for the buy there. Not really any other news here going on. It's just spiked down. So this is why you guys want to be very careful with entering these trades. Even for the sell, this would technically be an entry, but obviously we're not going to take it. You know, it's a red flag. It's too big of a candle. But you can see right here that price is now rejecting off this pink line, or it's coming back up now, but it was. So this pink line right here, news price is actually pretty important. A lot of people don't pay attention to news price, but look at where it's rejecting from. See where this pink line is? Big wick off it. Similar to what was going on over here off this pink line. I mean, see, as it pushes back up right here. Definitely a very dangerous market to be trading in. I'm glad we didn't hop into any of these trades here. Well, the breakout would have hit full TP, but I still wouldn't want to be in it because I'd be stressed out the whole time holding on to it. I wouldn't want to have taken this, it was a triple confluence, but I wouldn't want to have taken it because it spiked up super heavy right there. So there you guys can see it's rejecting directly off that pink line. And there you go, as price drops lower. So here, there's a couple of areas where price rejected off. So price rejected off this pink line, which is news price. It also rejected off opening price, which is this blue line right here. So both critical areas to pay attention to. But yeah, bounced off there, bounced off there. And we'll see what happens here. If price comes back below here and retests this liquidity, it's probably going to drop even further. And that's kind of what I was expecting right here. Because price tested liquidity, came back up, came down for a second retest, and now it's dropping even further. But you can see that price is now rejecting off the New York low right here. So pretty much all the lines that we've drawn are all important because you can see price rejects off them directly. Rejected directly off the news price here, rejected directly off the opening price right here. And now price is rejecting directly off the sessions right here, the New York low. So these are areas that I definitely don't trade around. I don't trade around any sessions because price can do one of two things. It can bounce off it or it can break below. So you're basically gambling at that point because if price bounces off it and you take a sell, you're gonna get stopped out. If price breaks below and you take a buy because you think it's gonna bounce off it, then you're gonna eat a loss there as well. So I'm gonna wait for it to push below here. This is basically what I'm doing. I'm doing the same thing, but in the opposite direction. I'm waiting for it to break below here, retrace up with a retracement signal, and then continue to ride it down below. All right. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for right there, guys. I'm looking for price to confirm the bias below here. If it does continue to drop, this is fine because this lines up with their bias earlier anyways. Fundamentals are now 173 points, 183 points in the red. It's bearish on all time frames for the most part. It's bearish on the 1 minute, it's bearish on the 3 minutes, bearish on the 5 minutes, bearish on all these time frames. So we're definitely looking for a sell at this moment if we can get that confirmation that price is going to continue dropping lower. You can see right here, price is now rejecting off the New York low again, but we'll confirm that once price actually does stay below here. Let's see, there's some news coming up shortly. Let me refresh this. All right, so we have business inventories and NAHB housing market index at 7, which is in about 5 minutes. Let's see if price reacts to this at all. But you guys can see where the rejection has happened earlier, guys, right? So it rejected off opening price, rejected off news price. It's now rejecting off the New York low. We just need a confirmation here. We want price to retrace back up and then confirm its direction to the bottom. Once we get that, we can pretty much ride this to the abyss, like what Rick says. I'm surprised Rick hasn't taken any trades yet, or maybe he has been. Let's see. Let me just update these lows right here. All right. So let me go and clean this up right here. You guys already know where the rejections happen. I have a cleaner chart to to analyze from. All right. Heading low right there. A couple of things that I would want to look out for. I'd probably want to look out for some sort of V3. So I'd look for a V2, V3, or a triple confirmation. If we get a retracement signal right here and price drops below here with a sell signal, that would be a triple confirmation. So that'd be good too. I mean, there's a lot of different opportunities that we can hop into right here. However, news is coming up in about 3 minutes. So we will be waiting for that to pass to see if price actually reacts to the news. It might not, who knows? But you guys can see here that the prices from when news happened prior today were important. So that's why we want to pay attention to see if price actually reacts to it. Because if price retraces up, it might come back down to news price. Or if price pushes down, it might retrace back up to news price. So it's going to be a matter of patience for us to just wait for the market to show us what's going to happen next. But obviously it looks pretty bearish right now. Mainly it's a confirmation that's going to keep pushing. All right, let me take this off just to clean it up a little bit. News is happening about 2 minutes. So in 2 minutes, we'll confirm the news. Other than that, price is pretty much just going sideways again for a bit. Let's see, Roger said pending 10-minute daily. Here. Yeah, Roger's right. So here's the 10-minute daily. It's got about like a minute left on it. If you guys want to take the daily entry, I'm going to be looking for some scalps within it. I don't think I'll be taking the entire move here for the daily. Just the way that the market's been moving today, it's been pretty indecisive. If we had a confirmation that price was going to keep dropping, then yeah, I would have taken this daily. But there just hasn't been much confirmation at all. Its price would go up and then comes back down. Also, this candle here is pretty huge. The current 10-minute candle. So there might be some retracement. So if you guys want to take this trade, I'd recommend probably waiting a little bit for it to retrace up, because it's probably going to retrace up. This candle just dropped too heavily, and then catch as it comes back down. But I'll mark it up here for you guys, and I'll set up the TP stop loss as well, or I'd wait for it to close the 30 seconds. But everything here is pretty much bearish. The 1 minute is bearish, 3 minutes bearish, 5 minutes bearish, 10 minutes bearish. Fundamentals are bearish. Retail sentiment is currently long, which indicates that we're looking for sells as well. So it's pretty much bearish all around. We're definitely looking for sells today. We just need a confirmation of price. And here is the daily entry for today. So I'll set up the TP stop loss right here for you guys, for whoever is in it or wants to take it, so I can give you guys updates as when TP gets hit. So here goes the full TP. But just a reminder, I'm not in the position right now, guys. If I enter it, I'll probably wait for it to retrace up a little bit. And then I'll hop in because this candle here is just too big. So I'm waiting for it to drop a little bit, because I do expect it to drop at least a little, or come up a little bit in the negative. You can see right here, it's doing exactly what we anticipated. I'm waiting for it to pull back a little bit. It's probably going to pull back half the candle, and then it might drop back down. So as you guys can see right here, price is retracing a little bit. It's nothing new. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It usually happens if prices drop too heavily, which it did. That candle's huge. So what I'm looking for here personally is I'll see if price maybe pulls up a little bit, maybe the half, or because it can pull up either halfway or to the full candle. And then it'll probably come back down. When it comes back down, this is where I'll make the entry. I'll have a sell stop right here, and then I'll just catch it as it drops all the way back down. Right? That's pretty much what I'd be looking for here. It looks like here that a lot of liquidity was already hit below here when it dropped. So there's liquidity sitting all over this area, which was triggered when this candle here dropped pretty heavy. So just looking at this right here, there's a lot of liquidity here that was hit already, right? So you can see this big red candle price drop below, hit liquidity, dropped even heavier. Now bounced. To see right now it's 7. So you can see the big spike right here, right on the 1 minute. Price rejected directly off the New York low right here. Unfortunately, this would not be a V3. There's no pending sell. This would be a V3 that I'd possibly be looking to take. This would technically be a V2 though. But we don't have that pending momentum signal. So I wouldn't have taken it. We still use a V2, or I'm pretty sure we used it before, right, Maddie? On this, but yeah, this would be a V2 entry. Really, you plan on taking it, Maddie? Yeah, I'd rather have the momentum too. So I'm not going to take this V2, even though it's technically the V2. We're looking for the pending sell. So I need an opposite signal, a buy signal for a retracement, and then I would take the V2 here. But this would technically be, if you're using that requirement, then this would be a V2. Looks like it's gonna hit TP right there too. Yeah. So it went straight to TP. So if you guys caught the V2 there, I didn't take that, but this would technically be a V2 if you can use the pending signal requirement. So we're still looking for a pending retracement so that we can get an actual pending signal in our direction. Nice. Dejan actually caught it. He made 395 off it. Nice work, Dejan. So it's really important that you guys understand all the strategies here. If you guys knew the V2, you guys could have taken this. We already identified it. We mentioned why we would take it, why we wouldn't take it. The main reason is for the pending sell signal. So it's all good. If you guys did catch it, great work. But I'm still looking for a better entry here. So the daily is currently running. Where's it at? What do I do with it? The daily is currently running in profit right here. It's getting close to TP1. It might bounce around a bit before it reaches that point, which is fine. But let me clean this up a little bit. So let me delete this. I'm going to draw the new high lows right here. All right. So here's a clean chart. Price is now ranging below this area down here with the, I'm trying to see if we get a buy signal. I'm hoping we get a buy signal here so that we get that opposite and then we can catch it on its way back down. Yeah, no, same here, Maddie. Maddie said pending signal is key. Could have taken it, but rather have quality trades. Same here. All right, retail sentiment is now up back to 55%. Thanks, Roger, for confirming that. So with retail sentiment up 55%, this is going to give us more confidence with taking sells today. Retail sentiment is down, or it's up 55% long, so we're trying to do the opposite of them. Fundamentals are currently down about 200 points. Checking the news over here, news came up right now at about 7. It was neutral, not really a big impact. So everything here is pointing towards a sell. We're just looking for a retracement here, and then we're going to catch as it comes back down. Yeah, everyone said typical of a wacky Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, it happens, you know, like Tuesday is usually Trap Tuesday, Wednesday's a wacky Wednesday, as it's been past couple of weeks. There goes our retracement signal. We want this to close with a green signal so that we can catch as it comes back down. So let's see, even if it's invalid, that's fine. We just need a retracement signal here. But you guys can see exactly where price has rejected off. Price is rejected right off this New York low right here. All right. So I was hoping we're going to get that retracement signal, but it doesn't look like it's going to close. These allergies are annoying. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Maddie said prepping for a breakout. Range is getting tighter. Price is squeezing. Yeah, we still need that buy signal. Once we get that buy signal, it'll open up a lot of opportunity because we can start taking some sells in that direction. We just need it to close. So hopefully in the next 30 seconds or so, it'll close. The 10-minute here is right back at opening price. It hasn't really moved very much. 5-minute too, nothing's happened there. 3-minute, nothing's happened there as well. And just a reminder, guys, today we're having the group mentoring session. So if you guys forgot, we're having it today at 2 p.m. So if you guys want to attend it, we'll go over more questions in detail there. So I'll give out a notice in the group so that you guys can be reminded, but I just want to remind you guys on here as well. Today, 2 p.m. Pacific. Here we go. Price is pretty much just bouncing around this area, not really much movement. The range is getting tighter though, so you guys can see right here. Let's see. All right, so not really much going on here. I was hoping the price would move a bit, but not really anything going on here. Same thing that was going on before. How the price was bouncing around the sessions. It's doing the same thing again here. It's bouncing around the sessions, no buy signal that we were waiting for. But the range is getting tighter. So it's one thing to keep in mind. With range getting tighter like this, it's just prepping for a breakout, just like Maddie said. So yeah, here's a clean chart. You guys can see it a lot better here. How price is pretty much just it's pretty much just ranging and or consolidating within this area. Thanks, Fahad. So Fahad just reminded us that that the market is 56% long. So as people are entering buys, I do expect price to drop even further. There's news right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check YouTube to see if there's anything live going on right now, like Biden might be speaking, I don't know, or something about the Ukraine news. So let me see, Biden live. So I think the last time Biden went live was yesterday. I didn't realize he even went live yesterday. Let's see if there's anything over here. What is this? So there's some stuff going on in the news right now. Let me just put this over here.
That an assertion of executive privilege is not in the best interest of the United States, and therefore.
So basically, Biden is ordering National Archives to turn over White House visitor logs to the January 6th committee. So there's some like political stuff going on today. This is just live news that's happening right now. Stuff in the UK as well. Nothing like, there's no actual announcements, but I was trying to see if there's anything that would cause price to either go one way or the other. Rick said it's okay. Biden didn't realize he went live yesterday either, right? Okay, so let me just adjust this a little lower. Price is still ranging. It's just not really doing much. All right, so this is a little better because you guys can see right here now that we have an area of liquidity below here. So we have an area of liquidity here. If price pushes below here, price might drop even further. We're still looking for, there we go. We want that retracement signal to come up. All right, so we just need this to close. That's completely fine if it breaks above this liquidity area right here. We just want this signal to close. This is the main thing we're looking for. We need some sort of retracement. With sentiment going up, I could see this happening because it seems like they're trying to lure in some more buyers, especially with it going up slightly to 56% now. So with that going up, we're looking for, it's probably gonna push up slightly, at least hit this liquidity here, push up slightly, and then come back down. But I think the main thing we're looking for is that buy signal that hasn't come up. Again, no signal, unfortunately. Man, I feel like the market's playing today. It's not as smooth as it's been Monday, Tuesday. It's been kind of slow. Not really slow, but it had this big drop here, but not really much of a direction. If you guys see here in the clean chart, from 6:30 to 7, it was pretty much a slight push to the top, then a fake out to the bottom, then now back into the range below here. Let me take this off. You guys can see the range is still there. Here's the 1 minute. We still don't have that. Let me delete this. But you guys can see where price is rejecting off, right? It's rejecting off this New York low. So price has attempted to close above it a bunch of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times now. Let's try to break above this New York low, but it's failed to do so. So I'm waiting for this buy signal to go. Oh yeah, there it is right there. The retracement signal, so that we can possibly catch some trades towards the bottom. Again, no signal. Man, this would have been a good V3 too. We just don't have that signal. Market's been playing like pretty much this whole morning. In order for us to take a V3, we need to have that pending signal. So no signal off here. I was hoping if we had the sell signal off or the buy signal off any of these here, we would have been able to take advantage of these moves here, but obviously no entry available and we're not going to take anything risky here, of course, but there you go. This price continues to drop lower. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits liquidity and drops lower right here. But yeah, that would have been our V3 again, guys. Unfortunately, no V3 for us there, but that would have been our our entry right there. It's probably gonna hit liquidity, drop below, hit the TP. There you go, as it hits liquidity right there. We'll see if it bounces back up or if it comes right below. If it doesn't break below immediately, it'll retrace up, and then if it comes back for the retest, it'll probably just drop right to the TP right there. Let me see if I can measure maybe 100 pips here. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wait for it to come down. If it comes back for a retest, I might enter for like just the last push of this here. But we need that retest before I can hop into it. Let's see. John said that pending signal seems to keep us out of winning trades. I mean, the pending signal also keeps us from staying out of losing trades too. So it's been more of a helpfulness rather than a burden. So that requirement is an important requirement. So I think it's I'm still gonna use it. Yeah, as a sigh. Let's see. Price is pushing below. If it retests that area, I might come down for like maybe the last drop of it right there. Ah, oh, fuck, my freaking one-click trading wasn't working. So let me see if I could. It entered me like super late. I'm about to pull out manually because I'm not going to be able to get the last push of it. There goes price drops. I need to set an alert here for that to let me know. So spec. Let's have an alert set there to let me know. I'm probably going to exit manually because my my one-click trading wasn't turned on. But there he goes. It hits liquidity. The second time, it's probably going to drop from there. Let's push below. I'm just probably adjusting myself. How far is it from it? Gotta go on the higher time frame. Just drag this up a little bit. Right there. All right, I'm out. I made about 600 off that trade. So TP went off the daily too. This trade here, guys, wasn't off the V3. The trade here that I took was off the liquidity right here. So if you guys are wondering if I took this trade, this wasn't technically a valid V3. The reason I took the sell here was for the liquidity. So I mentioned when price pulls up, if it comes down and retouches it, it's going to break right through it. So I broke right through it, hit my TP, and then I made about 590 off that trade. So nice work. You caught it with me too. So yeah, if you guys are paying attention, you guys understand what I'm doing here. You guys will see, why I'm taking certainly. Oh yeah. Okay, cool, dude. Yeah, I was like, I've seen your name in the chat for a while, and I was like, who's he? I see you like comment, and I'm like, you sound like someone who's been here before. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So TP off the daily here as well. I think didn't someone say they were in this for their? I think Barack was in it or someone. Oh, Essa. Okay, so Essa, you're in it. I would recommend you move your stop loss and profit if you're still in the daily right here. It hit full at TP1. I'm gonna delete this because this is irrelevant now. And I'll just give you guys a little update there because it seems like some of you guys did take this trade here specifically. This is obviously not going to count. This trade here is just speculative trade. We cut it off liquidity. A lot of you guys take these same trades that I take here based off the liquidity. That's like one good thing to look at. So if you see price hit liquidity, not break through, wait for it to come back. And as it comes back down and test it a second time, it usually breaks right through it. So that's why I took that there. Other than that, it's just the daily that hit TP1 right there. So there goes a little update for you guys right there. Junior said, Sean's nervous, yawn incoming. Dijon over here made 605 off that. Nice work, Dijon. So some of you guys did lock in some pretty solid profit off those moves right there. Same with Scotty over here. Scotty locked in 815 for the day. Nice work, Scotty. I'm hoping to get an actual entry today. You know, there hasn't been any like solid entries for us because we haven't had that retracement signal. Once we get that retracement signal, our opportunity will be a whole lot higher. So if you guys are in the daily right now, I do recommend you guys move your stop loss in profit. It's currently in profit now. It did pretty much what we were kind of waiting for. Price pull up a little bit and then come back down for the actual push. So I'll take a screenshot of my profits as well. Nice. Maddie said, so this is his yellow account. He locked in 1,000 off that. Nice work, Maddie. His main account's over here. He locked in 400 off that. He locked in 245 off that. And then he locked in 490 off this. So solid profits all around. If you guys have more profit to send in, feel free. And then you can add that to the list of profits here. Let me take a screenshot of mine and then we will see where it goes from here. Oh, nice. Yeah, as I said, I pulled out from one account, but keeping the other one. Yeah, no, that's solid. So Yik said, I like liquidity also, especially when it lines up with the pivot strategy and trend meter. Yeah, no, same here, you. That's like one of the big things for me too. It's just adding as many confluences as possible, right? If you guys have a lot of confluences, you guys can take advantage of a lot of these moves here. All right, so here's my personal account. I made like 11 bucks on my personal account. My MFF made 700 off this one. Other MFF made 700 off this one as well. My FTMO, my copier, I made 790. I actually made more profit on my copier, 790 off that. And then on my main account, I made 590. So some slippage right there, but it's all good. It's normal. So here are my profits for all of my accounts. All right, so nothing too crazy here. Again, no entry here. Unfortunately, we don't have that opposite signal that we've been looking for. Yik said, 11 bucks is a lot of meat. We're gonna fit all those. Yes, there's a V1 right here technically, but I'm not gonna take it. Also, if there's a signal in there, whether it be in our direction or not, it's what I would find. Never mind. No, there's no V1. Price just pushed above. So no V1 off that. Charles pushed right above it. So new high right here. But this is a buy signal that we were waiting for. Anyways, back to my screenshots over here. So this is my profit here off my personal account. 11 bucks off my personal, my MFF, 700 off this one. This is my other MFF, made 700 off this one too. This is my copier, made 790. And then my main account right here, I made 590. So not too bad. Could have been better, could have been worse. So it's all good. All right. So profit is profit. Let's keep it going. All right, it's gonna move this stuff over a little bit. All right, cool. So Dell over here just ended his profits as well, locked in a total of 317 for the day. Nice work, Dell. Thanks, Rick. We got crude oil inventories coming up in about 5 minutes. Thanks, Rick, for the update. Yeah, we got medium news right here coming up shortly, guys. So we're gonna be a bit careful with this. No entries until this passes. Looking over at the fundamentals, it's currently down 200 points. Retail sentiment currently 56% long. So we're definitely looking for sells today. The technicals are also a sell. So 1 minute to sell, 3 minutes to sell, 5 minutes to sell. Lastly, 10-minute over here, also a sell. So definitely looking for sells here. Here comes the opposite signal we might be. It's been trying to give us this signal for like past, seems like 30 minutes now. Still hasn't closed, but hopefully we'll get this shortly. And then maybe we can catch like at least one official trade before it hits 8. So just gotta wait for it, but hope it finally comes up. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's see. Yeah, not really much going on. I'm trying to see if there's any updates here. Nothing on YouTube. Trying to see if there's any news coming up. So we got news coming up in 3 minutes, guys. I'm gonna wait for that to pass. Once it passes, put a line there as well. If market reacts to it, we can draw a price point there. But yeah, news coming up right there at 7:30. All right, here's a markup chart. And still no buy signal, huh? Or retracement signal. We've been waiting for that for some time now. Feels like we're probably not going to get it. There it goes again. Pending buy signal, but it's been pending for a while now. All right, 2 minutes till news. Let me see if there's anything else here for me to look at. Any updates on CNBC? Fed up with thefts and shoplifting small business owners are taking action. All right, that's not much to really affect the market. Home builders' confidence falls as they wait months for cabinets, garage doors, and appliances. Yeah, not really much going on in the market. Anyways, news is going to happen right now shortly. Let's see if this finally closes with the buy signal. It doesn't look like it will, but even if it's invalid, it's fine, guys. We just need some sort of buy signal here. Nice. Some more profits here sent in. Let's see. Patrick locked in a total of 3,597 for the day. Nice work, Patrick. And then Anelli over here said his second day of FTMO challenge, he locked in a total of 1,142. Great work right there, Anelli. All right, guys, keep it up, man. Keep it up. Look, so guys, like you guys, everybody here knows who Steven is, right? Everybody here knows who Steven is. So look, check this out. If Steven can pass his FTMO, anybody here can pass their FTMO. No, this isn't down talking Steven, but if you guys can't pass your FTMO and Steven is passing his FTMO, just taking our daily trades here, you guys are definitely doing something wrong, right? So let me go. I'm trying to get to Steven's chat. Where's Steven at? So Steven sent me his matrix here, right? This is Steven's matrix. He didn't get permission, but you can see right here, this is his matrix right here. This dude, like, all he's been doing is taking these morning trades. I know Steven asked a lot of questions and stuff. People get annoyed, but you can see right here, his metrics. He pretty much has all wins here because he pushed up a little bit wins, wins, because all he does is take the trades here during the morning. But yeah, you can see right here, he passed his FTMO 100K. So just, that should be like a wake-up call to a lot of you guys who keep failing your FTMOs. If Steven can pass FTMO, anybody can pass FTMO. And that's not to downplay Steven, but you guys know Steven in the chat. He's a great guy, but he's actually getting something out of it. So anyways, guys, here's the we have a V3 here, but it's at news. So this news event happened right here. Is happening. So we're going to see if market reacts to the news. I wouldn't take this V3 here. It's literally right at news. But we finally did get that buy signal there. So you know what I'll do is I'll probably just mark this up. Maybe I'll come in for a late entry, but I'm probably not going to do it because I don't want to get caught in a news spike. Yeah, no, Patrick said, been here long enough to see my man Steven do it. Congrats. No, exactly. Yeah, I'm proud of Steven for finally doing it, because he's just been really patient now and just taking, the good trades. He's not just hopping into everything. But yeah, he passed. So glad to see a lot of people here who've been with K2 for a while pass. So technically this is the V3, guys. I'm not going to take it. The news was negative, as Maddie mentioned, but the market might react to it differently. Just because it's negative news doesn't mean it's going to keep dropping. So negative news right there. Price is dropping below here. Unfortunately, the entry came right at news. If it didn't come at news, I would have taken it, but it came right at news. Also, the TP stop loss might be a little too wide right here. It's supposed to be a little closer. Like that right there. So I'm not sure if anyone's in this or anyone's thinking about taking it. I personally don't recommend people take it because it's right at the news. So what might happen is you might get a fake out. Price might spike up, spike down. You really don't want to be caught in that trade when stuff like that is going on, unless you have it, unless you have a bigger stop loss, right? I'd probably have a wider stop loss just in case. Nice. So Maddie actually took it on his YOLO account and then he made profit off it. He pulled out early. Yeah, this is also 1 minute pivot entry as well, just like as Yik mentioned. It's still within the time parameter of the news though. So I personally wouldn't be entering any trades yet. I'd probably wait a little bit to see how price reacts to it. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to draw a line where the news happened, and I'm going to see where price goes from this point. So news happened right there. Color that pink. And I'm just going to delete this because I don't want people to enter the trade here because there's no trade that we've taken. You can see right here, price is not coming back to where it was prior to news. This pink line right here is where news happened, the crude oil inventories. Right there, right? Where price kind of pushed up and then rejected off it. So I'm going to wait to see what happens. Basically, what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for whether price is going to correct back to news price right here and push up higher, or if it's going to bounce off and then come back down. Because if it bounces off, then that's great because we're still looking for sells here. But we're pretty much just waiting for this to confirm. Yeah, Charles said a V3 buy just got created. There's a V3 buy right here. But again, not one that I'd be looking to take because it's right at these areas here. It's right at the news price. It's also close to these sessions as well. Such a wacky trading day today. I'm glad I locked in some profit, but I was hoping I'd get at least like one solid entry today. One or two, that'd be solid enough. But yeah, not really much going on here. Let me see if I can update the high lows because there's more high low entries here, or not high low entries, but high lows in general. All right, so let's see what happens here. Price is pushing up. Let's see if it rejects off this New York low over here, or if it rejects off the pink line, either one. Let me update the high lows over here on the clean chart. All right. All right, so you guys can see right here exactly where price is rejecting off, right? It's rejecting right off the sessions. Let me delete this. It's rejecting directly off the sessions right here. This is why I don't trade it on the sessions, because I don't want to get caught in a trade taking a buy or a sell, and then price bounces right off it. So it rejected directly off that green line there, which is the New York low from yesterday. And there you go with the second rejection right there. It's fine. Get this opposite signal right here for retracement, and then we can possibly look for some sells. So let's see if this here closes. Let's see this. All right. So no signal off that candle, which is kind of what we were waiting for. But you can see price is rejecting directly off that New York low. So there we go again with two different rejections. You guys can see the same thing happening that was happening earlier here. Price actually hasn't closed above it yet. So price has attempted to break and close above this green line here, which is the New York low, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times now. It's failed to break above it. I was hoping we get a buy signal that we'd probably catch it on its way back down, but we'll see if it ends up even happening here. We have another pending high here as well, right there. And as you guys can see, the range is just getting a little bit tighter. So price is just consolidating within this area right here. Right after news. News happened right here at this red line. Nothing has really happened. There's no direction or no reaction to the news. Price pretty much just went back and forth within this area here. Going back to the 1 minute, nothing here. But you guys can see right there, it rejected directly off the green line. Now it's making its way back down. I was hoping we have, so if we had a buy signal here again, there would be another V3, but unfortunately there was no entry there. So there was a lot of partial entries that didn't fit all the requirements, but unfortunately everything that we've been looking for hasn't been, playing out. But it's better to be more conservative and wait for the perfect trades rather than hop into a lot of these riskier ones here. But yeah, like what Talanji said, there's a pending 3 minute right here as well. If this closes, I don't think I would take this though. The 3 minute has been kind of iffy with all my testing of the V3. Hasn't really been on point. So probably be careful taking this here if you guys do plan on taking it. I think the stop loss would be too close as well. Oh, it's about 30. It's not a crazy amount, but it is kind of tight. So I'm not in this right here. I'm just more focused on the 1 minute. It is in profit right now. The daily is still running in profit. So yeah, there's the 3 minute right there. But I'm looking for I was hoping to find one on the 1 minute. I prefer the 1 and the 5. The 3 has always been kind of hit or miss. So I personally don't like trading on the 3. I'd rather trade on the 5 or the 1. But as price gets closer to the squeeze over here, price starting to squeeze within this area, it's just going to be getting ready for a breakout anyways. So right here, price is squeezing within this area. Price is likely to break out either to the top side or to the bottom side. As you guys can see right here, there's liquidity in both areas. There is liquidity right here, and there is liquidity right here. So price can really break out in either direction. This is why you guys want to be a bit careful with identifying the bias before you take the trade. I know the bias is a sell, but you want to confirm that you're actually entering when there's an actual entry there. So we'll see. There you go. As price pushes below. Unfortunately, no entries here for any sells. If there was, I'd be right in this, holding on to it. Nice. All I said, head and shoulders on the 1 minute might push up. Yeah, I can kind of see it there. It's kind of hard to see, but it is a shoulder, head, shoulder. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, no close off that either, D. So D was identifying a high low right here entry, but it didn't close below it. So no entry off that. This low just gets pushed down a bit lower. Right there. Yeah, possible V2 right here. Charles is identifying for a buy. Not one that I would take, but one that would be coming up shortly if it did close with the green candle. Doesn't look like it's closing with the green candle though, so probably not. Talanji said 10-minute V3 buy confluence for that push up. Not taking any buys though. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm not really looking to take any buys right now. Let me take a look at the fundamentals again. So let me refresh this, see if there's any new news. No new news here, but all the indexes are red right now. So the Dow is down 222 points, S&P is down 30 points, NASDAQ's down 158 points. So looking at this right here, it's down 232 points. Looking over here at the actual index, the index is currently majority red. Looking over here at retail sentiment is still at 56% long. So everything's pointing towards a sell all across the board, even the technicals as well. 1 minute here is for a sell, 3 minute here is for a sell. That sell would have hit full TP right there. Is why I forgot who I went over that with. To Delange, yeah. So Delange, a 3 minute here would have hit full TP. You know, me being conservative, obviously I didn't take a trade, but that would have been a full TP if you caught it. 5 minutes to sell here too. 3 minute here also a sell. 3 minute, 10 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, everything's a sell. So if you guys caught that 3 minute, congrats to you. I didn't take it, but I know some of you guys like taking riskier trades. Nice. So yeah, Talanji took it with a half lot, which is great. Locked in some solid profit off that. Let's see, we got a couple more profits being sent in right here. So let's see, Zildjian over here sent me his profits. He locked in a total of 687 for this day. Nice work, Zildjian. Let's see, Swelly just sent me a message. Let me check to make sure it's not a personal message. So Swelly's question is, what's up, Sean? What do you put as your slippage on the copier tools? I set mine to 5 mil. So Swelly's asking about my copier settings for my social trader tools. I set it to 5 million, guys. The reason for that is just so that it can always execute my trades. Like, you know, if the slippage is too high, sometimes your copier won't copy it. I have mine set to 5 mil so that every time I enter a trade, it enters it no matter how far the slippage is. I know it's a bit risky, but since we're taking these trades pretty quickly, I'm usually in and out with it with enough space to get out with profit. So yeah, my slippage is set to 5 mil. Nice. Jason took this 3 minute here. He said, I took it, bro. I'm up 10 for the day on the live account. Past phase 2, 50K FTMO Monday, and past phase 100K FTMO yesterday. Nice work, Jason. And Jason's about to have a lot of funded accounts by the end of this week or by next week, at least. And you've been like stacking those accounts pretty nicely. So great work, Jason. Yeah, Jason caught this right here. I didn't catch the trade, but glad to see a lot of you guys here pulling it off. Yeah, no problem. Maddie said V3 1 minute might get that retracement signal. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for, Maddie. I mean, that's what we've been waiting for like the past hour now almost. It's 7:45 right now. It's getting close to 8 guys. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna get anything here. I'm gonna wait to see if we can possibly maybe catch at least one entry here. If not, it's all good. You know, sometimes it's better to just sit out the market when the market's moving like this anyways. It hasn't been smooth all day. You know, looking over here at the clean chart, you guys can see it's been dropping, but not a smooth drop at all. It's kind of just bouncing back and forth. Let me clean this up right here. Still no buy signal there that we've been waiting for. It's kind of crazy how how far it's pushed without any signals at all. Like right here, nothing, and then right here as well, nothing. Let's see. I think there's anything else over here. Nothing off the 10, nothing off the 1, nothing off any of these really. Yick said, I think we should stay on all day, right? Jason said, oh yeah, I need your opinion, bro. Should I have multiple accounts or should I just merge them? I would probably just merge them if you don't have a 200K, Jason. Like I would merge them up to 200K at least. I think 200K would be the cap for me. Like for me personally, I have 2 different 200Ks because I'm comfortable with trading 200K. If you don't feel comfortable trading a big account, then keep it as small as you feel comfortable. But like for me, I'm not ready to trade a 400K account, so I don't merge it because it messes with my trade psychology. I'm so used to trading a 200, which is fine because I can just use same lot sizes across all my accounts. But yeah, I mean, it's up to personal preference. If you're good with trading a huge account, then go ahead and merge it. But you'll feel it. Like once you start trading a 400K account, you're gonna be like, damn, your profits and your drawdown are gonna be so high that you're not gonna feel comfortable with taking like the normal trades you normally take. So it's just up to you. I'd probably start with maybe 100 and then maybe go up to 200 if you're okay with it. If not, stick to 100 until you're comfortable. Dejan said, I've reached my trading threshold for the day. Yeah, same here. I mean, I was hoping that we'd get something here, but it's okay. We still have, today's only Wednesday, guys. We have 2 more days to trade. Monday and Tuesday were great days for us. So I'm not really, I'm not really inclined to take anything too risky. Nice. Yeah. Nick said, I met my goal for the day off of the liquidity grab. Nice. Yeah. So if you guys have a profit goal and you guys have already reached it, it's best to just call it a day because you guys will have other opportunities tomorrow and the next day. With the market moving like this very indecisively, it's just going back and forth, lots of ranges, lots of consolidation. This will set you up for a lot of traps. So what I'd recommend is if you guys already hit your profit goal, just sit out the day, come back tomorrow when the market's better. Last thing you want to do is enter a risky trade and then end up losing the profit that you already had. You're basically throwing money away at that point because you already know the market's risky and you're still taking trades. So yeah, it's 7:48 right now. Just a reminder, we're having the group mentoring session today at 2 p.m. So if you guys have any questions, bring your questions to the group mentoring session. If you guys want me to cover anything specific, just have your questions ready. And that session will go on for as long as we have questions. I'm just showing up to help you guys out with whatever you guys need help with. I know some people want me to go over the indicators and show you what they do. So I'll be doing that. But yeah, other than that, I don't see anything in the market. I'll hang on for a little bit. If you guys have questions right now, feel free to drop them. But if you have anything detailed, I think it'd be best to save it for the mentoring session later. Let's see. Jason said, I'll have 150K. Might as well do another 50K YOLO. Yeah, you might as well, Jason, do another 50K and then just merge it with a 200. I think 200 is pretty solid. Yeah, Talanji said, yeah, good idea for a low-key took the 10-minute sell snipe off the sessions as confluence. I think it works. Yeah, no, definitely. So Talanji took a 10-minute snipe over here off the 10-minute. So I think there's probably a zone right there, right? There had to be a zone. Yeah, I'm not sure where you took the snipe. You might have taken it up here then, if that's the case. Because I don't see anything down here, but I do see some above. Oh, use a session as a zone. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, so use the session, which was right here, which works too. It doesn't, you don't have to use the. Gotcha. Okay. So it rejected off the pivot in the session right there. This one right here, actually. This is where you took the trade. Yeah, so Talanji actually use the, instead of using the SR, there's different price points, guys. You guys don't have to use the sessions. I mean, you don't have to use the SR. If you find something better, like using the the sessions right here, like Solange did. He entered off this right here. So this red candle, it bounced off the session, it bounced off the pivot. He entered for a sell, and now he's in profit right now. So that's pretty solid. Dejan is asking, so those big meetings start tomorrow, right? For what they're called. I think you might be talking about the FOMC meeting or the Fed meeting tomorrow. So tomorrow we have, the G20 meeting. That's probably what you're referring to, the G20. So we have a lot of stuff tomorrow. We have unemployment claims, Philly manufacturing index, ADP non-farm employment change, security, foreign securities purchases, the G20 meetings all day tomorrow. FOMC member Bullard is going to be speaking at 8. Tomorrow's Fed day. So we have FOMC member Bullard, FOMC member Mester, both speaking tomorrow. And then we have the G20 meetings, then more Fed meetings on Friday. So there's Fed meetings tomorrow, Fed meetings on Friday. There'll be a lot of volatility. So with the increased volatility, maybe we can catch some better trades. It seems like volatility today has kind of died down. Not really much going on here at all. We're finally getting this buy signal, but it's already 7:51. So I don't think we're going to be getting anything from now until 8. So yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, I think we'll be wrapping up this session a few minutes earlier than usual. We usually try to end around 8, but there just isn't anything for us to enter at the moment. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or message me on Telegram. Other than that, I will be having the group mentoring session at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So it's 8 o'clock right now, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. In about 6 hours, I'll be coming live again for the group mentoring session. So if you guys have any questions there, I can go over all the strategies you guys want, all the indicators you guys want me to cover. If there's any trades you guys want me to review, just get the timestamp and I can go back and review it just to see, what could have been done differently. If there's any changes that you could have made to your analysis that could have, pulled off a better outcome. But yeah, I think that's about it. So if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will be live in about 6 hours to host the mentoring session with you guys. So let me see what else we've got over here. So let's see, Isaac sent in his profits. So Dejan over here sent in his profits as well. He's currently at 1,165. Nice work, Dejan. Albert over here on his MFF funded, he locked in $30, not bad. Profit's profit. His FTMO funded over here, so $30 off his MFF. His FTMO funded, he locked in a total of 6,815. So nice work right there, Albert. Looks like you're taking it easy on your MFF, or you might need to increase your lot size. I think that's the case there. You might have to use a 50, not a 50, because they use a different lot size for theirs. See Isaac over here, he said caught the opening bounce and quickly reversed bias to sell, and he traded for 23 minutes, currently up 27,000 for the day. Nice work right there, Isaac. So great work off that one. His other account over here as well. One thing that we would like to showcase with Isaac's trades are not his profits, but his consistency, right? I know the big profits will question, the account, but the consistency here is the real thing, right? He has all wins. So you guys can see right here, this is something that you guys should be focused on. It's like, how does he get all wins, right? Because that's what I've been trying to tell you guys. The main thing here is not necessarily catching big profits. It's all about not losing. So if you guys can follow this and not lose, your accounts will just keep stacking up. So, whether the account is what you think it is or whether it isn't, the consistency is still there. So just an FYI to you guys, don't look at profits, look at people's consistency. That's the main thing that matters here. Because if you guys can keep locking about 1,000 per trade, your profits are going to add up regardless. That's, that's our main goal here. It's all about consistency. Let's see. Kenny over here said the loss I took was when I was tracing the buy and got into the market reversal. So unfortunately, Kenny over here had a loss. It looks like, I think this is a demo though, so it's okay. But he said that he took the loss when he was tracing the buy. So that buy earlier, when I was telling you guys not to chase it, Kenny actually chased it, right? And this is why you don't want to end up chasing trades like that. But it's all right. I think this is your demo. You're just playing around with it. So thankfully, it's not your you're not your real account, because that would just would have ended horribly. So it's all right, Kenny. You'll bounce back from it next time. Don't chase trades like what happened today, because that's really what it is. You get lured into those big movements, and then you get caught on the opposite side. Other than that, we have Joshua over here. Joshua locked in a total of 247. So nice work right there, Joshua. On your profits, he said profits profit. It's also, that's always going to be a good thing. All right, Wilson over here, nice. So Wilson said closed out, pushed on the device, locked in third 10K day. So great work right there, D. So D over here, he took a couple trades on his own, his GJ, but this morning on the live, looks like he took a lot of these US30 trades, locked in a total of 12,695. Nice work, D. Yeah, solid. I mean, that's really what it is, guys. It's all about consistency and avoiding losses, right? If you guys can just have consistency with your wins, your accounts will just keep adding up over and over again. See if there's anything else over here. Dejan said, yeah, so this is him for the week so far. Currently up 2,844 off this account. Nice work off that, Dejan. And then his trades over here. So this is pretty much all of his trades from this week. You guys can see the consistency here. He has a couple losses, but these wins outweigh the losses every time. So right there, solid wins. Again, right here, even more wins, just one loss this morning. So, or this was just from yesterday, actually. So great work right there, Dejan. Keep it up. It's all about consistency. Orain over here as well, locked in a total of 1,022. So great work right there, Orain. And then lastly, we have Patrick over here with a total of 4,590. So great work right there, Patrick. Great work, everybody. And I think that's it for the day. So if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will be live again in the next 6 hours for the mentoring session. So I'll see you guys then. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next live session. So either see you guys today for the group mentoring session or see you guys tomorrow for the next live session. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your morning. And if you guys don't need to trade, I recommend you guys just sit it out. Market is moving kind of weird. You know, just save your cash.